That was the beautiful Souvenir by OMD. And that song was actually written by Paul Humphreys. So he was the synth player, where Paul McCluskey was I think he was either guitarist or a bass player up front. And he wrote, normally Andy McCluskey was the one who wrote a lot of their big hits. But Paul Humphreys wrote and sung on that particular track. And it is a beautiful song as well. It made me actually think, souvenirs. What kind of souvenirs did I ever bring back for my parents when I was ever travelling, going up to my nan's or going away with the scouts? I bought back some tat. I really did. And one of the places that we would often go as kids was when we were up in the northeast at my nan's. We would go to places like Redcar, Whitby Beach, Whitley Bay, all of those types of places, and that's where we would gather this tat. But the one fantastic memory I have is visiting the jokes shop, the joke store, or whatever you would call it, and we would buy these things like itching powder, remember the snappy chewing gum, and hot sweets, fart powder even, exploding cigarettes. Now all of these, because my brother and I were going there, we would be kind of let loose and we'd go into the store, we'd buy the stuff, and then we'd think, well, we can't wait until we go back home to try these, i.e. back to the Midlands. We got to try them now. Well, who can we try them on? So our nan was the victim of our jokes and joke props. And I look back now on what we did to her. I feel I really apologise, Nan, what we did to you. We terrorised you sometimes. I remember particularly when we got the exploding cigarettes. So it looked like a little match, right? You put it in the end of the cigarette, and my Nan was quite a prolific smoker, and she only had a couple of cigarettes left. So we put these exploding cigarette devices into the end of the cigarette, right? And she came into the room and she lit a cigarette, and my brother and I were just sitting there and waiting in anticipation. We were both kind of giggling, just waiting, and she was looking at us curiously. And all of a sudden, this thing went off, and I'm not kidding you. I couldn't believe how loud it was. You remember the old cartoons, the Tom and Jerry cartoons, and when something would explode in their face, and they had all this kind of ash powder all over their face and like a part of their lip burnt off or whatever. It was like that. The end of the whole cigarette had gone, and it was just my nan's singed face. And what was worst of all was, and we were kids, so we didn't really kind of think about this, but she had angina. She had a heart disease. I can't believe we got away with that. And I sincerely now, I cringe when I think what we did. I'll tell you another couple of things we did at a later date, but anyway, fond memories of souvenirs and joke shops.